From the Mumbai studios of Republic TV, it's time for The Debate.
The Debate at 10, powered by Reva University.
Ladies and gentlemen, today Tamil Nadu Chief Minister tried to stoke the language row again. With the Prime Minister on the stage, he made some demands about Tamil, NEET and the GST.
Well, the Prime Minister, Shawan, with his response minutes later, has extinguished the language controversy once and for all. Here's what happened, and then we debate.
It was a rousing welcome for the Prime Minister as he touched ground in Chennai in Tamil Nadu. The mood in the state as the Prime Minister visited was one of a celebration. But as the Prime Minister took to the stage to launch 11 projects worth 31,500 crores, the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu and the DMK President M.K. Stalin laid out these politically laced demands.
Kachativu, NEET Bill, GST dues, Tamil as official language in Union Government offices and in Madras High Court. I appeal you to consider them favorably as early as possible.
But the Prime Minister, with its statesmanship and clear position on Tamil and the language row, extinguished the attack.
This is land, and this land is special. The people, culture and language of this state are outstanding.
PM Modi vocalized his commitment to popularize the Tamil language.
The government of India is fully committed to further popularizing Tamil language and culture. In January this year, the new campus of Central Institute of Classical Tamil was inaugurated in Chennai.
Can the language row and the attempt to create a regional divide persist anymore? The answer is a resounding no. Let's debate.
Joining us on the debate tonight are Tom Vadakkan, senior leader, spokesperson of the BJP, Ratan Sharda, political analyst and author, live from Mumbai. Tom Vadakkan is in Delhi. Madhuvanti is a political analyst and entrepreneur, live from Chennai. Rahul Ishwar is live from Thiruvananthapuram. America Narayanan will be joining us on the show. He's in Live 8. He's a political analyst from Chennai. Jagadish, political analyst leaning towards the DMK, on the show with us tonight. Vikraman, spokesman of the VCK, which is a DMK ally, live from Chennai. Krishnan Paki, who's a senior journalist, also joining us live from Chennai. Let me start with Madhuvanti, and then Vikraman can respond. Now, we heard both speeches and we were live, and we felt that the political reference could have been avoided. Madhuvanti can start the debate and then Vikraman can respond. Vikraman, it wasn't a political event, but I'll let Madhuvanti start. Yeah.
Good evening to everyone. And I think you're absolutely right. This was not a political meeting. This was not a campaign meeting. He was not here as a BJP Karyakarta. He was here as the Prime Minister of the country who had come to inaugurate projects worth more than 31,000 crores of rupees. And I don't think this was the stage to be asking these questions. be it the Kachativu, be it GST, be it Tamil language. I don't think this was the right place to be asking such questions, especially when the Prime Minister was here to develop the infrastructure for the state of Tamil Nadu. And I think everybody knows fully well the amount of love and commitment the Prime Minister shows towards Tamil Nadu, Tamil people, Tamil culture, and Tamil language. So I don't know what this whole line of questioning was. It didn't, I don't think it was in good taste at all.
Vikraman, fact of the matter is, Hindi was introduced as one of the 22 official languages of India as per the 8th schedule of the Constitution. What is the need to be anti-Hindi? The 8th schedule also mentions Tamil as one of the 22 languages. Now, what's the problem? There is no imposition. The Prime Minister has made it clear several times. Where is the imposition?
Brother,
I'm not able to.
Yeah, Vikraman is responding to you. Vikraman.
With due respect, I would like to point out the official language of our Madras High Court is not Tamil. Even though we have our official language as Tamil, the union government is impeding towards making Tamil our official language. That is what our Chief Minister has mentioned. Because in Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan and Bihar, the official languages of the respective high courts is Hindi. But why they are stopping Tamil from becoming an official language of the state high court is our question. And also one more thing, with due respect, we have respect for our Prime Minister, that is all secondary. But demanding our state's rights, like Chief Minister has mentioned, the GST the Chief Minister has mentioned as 14,006 crore rupees. There is a due in GST, which is the Chief Minister demanding. And also, he is demanding Kachativu, which has been ceded to Sri Lanka without the consent of the State Assembly, without the consent of Tamil Nadu government. And he wants Tamil to be the official language of the country. So these are all the demands of the state government. We are demanding it from the union government. Our Prime Minister, the Modi...
No, but Kachativu was given to them in 1974. No, one minute. Vikraman. No. Sorry, wait. Hold on. Just hold on right there for a second. First of all, point number one, Vikraman, it was not a party event. It was not a BJP event. It was not a DMK event.
Exactly.
It was a government event. 1 minute. Hear me out. No, you spoke about Kachativu. 1 second. You spoke about Kachativu, but who gave it to Sri Lanka, and which year was it given to Sri Lanka in? By which party? And is that party, just checking, is that party your ally? Just checking, is that party your ally?
Of the DMK.
Is that party your ally?
It was given to the Sri Lanka without the consent of the Tamil Nadu government. Yes, it was our ally.
Okay.
That was in the past. Now we want the current government to give it to us back.
Is that the forum when the Prime Minister is coming there?
Congress, let the BJP correct it. What is wrong?
Ratan Sharda is raising his hand. I'm sorry to interrupt you there, but I'm getting a breaking news reaction right now. Breaking news reaction. Annamalai is joining me on the phone line. K. Annamalai, Chief of the BJP in Tamil Nadu. Annamalai, you've just tweeted, looking at your tweet here, and you have said in your tweet, as an ordinary citizen of India and a proud Tamil, I am absolutely ashamed by the appalling conduct of the Tamil Nadu Chief Minister M.K. Stalin. Honorable Prime Minister had come as the PM, not for a BJP program. Our Chief Minister was expected to show grace, but he ended up disgracing himself. Why do you say that, Annamalai?
So today's the Honorable Prime Minister's visit to Tamil Nadu was historic in terms of emotions, in terms of people who received them, in terms of 31,000 crore and more the projects he has given. But what the CM has done, he has used that stage for petty politics. The age-old politics that he does on language, does on emotion, does on drama, he has done the same thing sitting in a stage. I felt it is very, very bad. And when the PM is gracious enough to come every time to Tamil, calling the language the oldest, the best language in the world, and CM sitting there and doing the same drama was not acceptable to us. It's a historic day, the kind of reception our Honorable PM got. It is unbelievable. Change is coming. And that the CM was not able to take it in his heart.
Was that the forum? My colleague Shravan also wants to come in, but was that the forum to make a statement? We feel it could have been avoided. In fact, that's what we're debating on the show tonight. Do you feel it should have been avoided on this stage? This was not the time or stage to do it.
Sir, the problem is the DMK style of politics, it lacks dignity and grace that we have seen it over a point of time. And in fact, they have attacked a lot of leaders the previous time when they were in Tamil Nadu ruling. They have attacked with stones. They have pelted stones on Indira Gandhi. When Madam Indira Gandhi came to Tamil Nadu after the emergency, she was attacked with stones by the same TMK government. They always does it. But now it's different. We all know the popularity of Honorable Prime Minister Modi ji is at its highest. Tamil people are loving him. The reception that he got is absolutely historic. So in this, he used the stage to score a pretty political point, only to read the age-old things, not anything for the development of the state. This I felt is very unfair, sir.
No, can I, with your permission, Annamalai, one of our panelists wants to ask you a question. His name is America Narayanan. Yes, America, what do you want to tell him? America, what is your objection? Vikraman is also putting up. VCK and Congress want to ask you a question. America, what is your question to Mr. Annamalai?
Very simple. Annamalai is a young man who needs to learn the history. And after the emergency, it is Mr. MGR who was in the government. But what he said is correct, but it was not the DMK government after the emergency, just for his information. Maybe he just needs to learn a little bit of history, nothing wrong about it. Small mistake, but I hope the leader of a major party understands the Tamil Nadu history, and I think he needs to learn more about it. Coming back,
he's traveling. Do you want to keep the question short so that he answers? He's traveling.
Matter, sir. I think America is always American. My brother is always interested in giving a lot of lectures. I keep listening to his lectures. Anna, I'm ready to do a lecture with you in Chennai. You can come to the point straight away. Anna. Please tell me what do you want.
Thambi, Roma Nandri. But the second thing is, it is okay. I think India is, country with all the differences. We want to, there's nothing wrong about talking about differences, but all the chief minister requested in this particular thing, I don't agree with the chief minister on every point, where he said, make Tamil as the language of, in the court, and make Tamil as an official language. I don't see anything wrong in it.
Was that the Forum America? Was that the Forum America?
As a matter of fact, BJP, the one part of the hand, on the one hand,
okay, let him answer, America.
In Hindustan, and Prime Minister comes here.
Let Annamalai answer.
I have a feeling, Mr. American, my brother did not listen to the Honorable PM speech. Every single word is for Tamil. What we have done and what he has done, what we have done for the Sri Lankan Tamils, and over a point of time, how much he appreciates the Tamil culture, and what does he think of our language and culture. The whole speech was about that. And Mr. America also has to understand, right after the speech, the next appointment he met was from a group of Tamils who wanted Tirukkural to be declared as a World Heritage Book by the UNESCO. The PM said he's going to do it. He said he's going to take it up. That is the kind of respect he has got for Tirukkural, for Tamil language. And people can sit and endlessly debate. And we can always pick points.
Okay, with due respect, Mr. Annamalai, I have a question for you. This is Vikraman from VCK.
Vikraman from VCK, one last question. I know you're traveling, Annamalai.
Yes. When are you planning to make Tamil official language of our High Court? Is your government taking any step? Did CM ask you about this?
Yes. Vikramanna, when you stop talking about divisive politics, when you don't go back to your alliance partners' 1960 model, when you start believing the unity of this country, when you start believing in the federal character, when you stop doing your petty politics on emotion and getting back to development, I am ready for a debate with you to sit down and talk with all your alliance partners and leaders.
Annamalai, getting a commitment from you. Come on the debate tomorrow.
With due respect, you have not answered my question.
Keep doing this.
Annamalai, let's do it. Let's
you have
debate
not
tomorrow.
answered
Come on.
my question. You are in the ruling party. You are ruling the union government.
The kind of ruin.
When are you going to implement Tamil as our official language in the High Court of the Madras?
The kind of ruin you are bringing to this
Sir, you are not answering my point.
Politics.
You are not answering my question.
You and your alliance partner, the DMK, the kind of politics you do, you are ruining a great culture, civilizational culture, centuries-old culture.
Sir, we Tamils asking for our language to be the official language of our High Court. Is it ruining our culture, Mr. Annamalai? With due respect, could you answer my question?
And then you don't.
You are not answering my question, Annamalai. You keep blabbering. I'm sorry to say this, you are not answering my question.
You keep questioning Modi ji's You keep questioning Modi's love for Tamil people and its culture. You better listen to
If
Honorable
he has
Modi
love, why
today,
not make
and
Tamil
then we will
our
talk.
official language?
Okay, Annamalai.
Why only Hindi and English should be the official language of this
You know, he's
country? Why
traveling.
he's not answering that
with your
question?
permission, with your permission, Vikraman, with your permission.
No. He's not answering
1 minute, he's
my question.
traveling. Can I?
I have respect for him. Being the
I will
ruling party
request him.
state president,
Vikraman, I
have
will
a
get him on a
simple
debate. Okay,
question.
Vikraman, I actually wanted to interrupt and say, Annamalai, can we get you on a debate tomorrow? I am locking you for a debate tomorrow.
I think my spokespersons will do a comfortable debate with Vikraman. Any point of time is welcome to Tamil Nadu. BJP spokesperson will take care of him. I don't think he has come to that stage for a debate with me.
I'm not saying for a debate with Vikraman, but we want to get you on Republic tomorrow.
My spokesperson, our spokesperson would answer to all his
I'm
questions.
asking you, why don't you have a simple answer for
Till
a
they
simple
do this
question?
kind of
When are you
emotion.
Yes, we have Tom Vadakkan also here. Tom Vadakkan is also here.
With what they have done to the Tamil culture.
It's a simple
They have
question.
spoiled this land. They have spoiled the civilizational history. The land of Nayanmas and Alvas. What is happening, sir? What is happening? And they have the courage to come and sit in a debate and keep blabbering. That is very unfortunate. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, Annamalai. Okay,
you
you
have not answered my
heard that. Tom Vadakkan and Ratan Sharda, you heard that. That was Annamalai. The young Annamalai, and I think he made a lot of sense. Ratan Sharda and Rahul Ishwar, America and also Krishna Party.
Niranjanji, let me point out just one thing. What is the debate today? PM effectively ended the language row. PM in spirit integrated people. PM pointed out that language should be a point of unity. See, I don't belong to RSS or BJP, but let me proudly point out, after perhaps Swami Vivekananda, it was Sri Narendra Modi on a pan-Indian scale who categorically stated Tamil is older than Sanskrit. Maybe a core constituency of Modi himself doesn't agree with the statement, but Modi ji had the courage to tell the fact and the truth that Tamil is older than Sanskrit, and he said that in the Pariksha Pe Charcha, the exam warriors thing. So he's a person who deeply respects Tamil. I'm a proud Indian. I'm a proud South Indian. Sir, I am also a South Indian. You don't have any exclusive legacy. I am a South Indian too. You don't have any exclusive legacy over our culture. You don't have any exclusive legacy over our culture. See, so there are some people who are having a separatist mindset, a language separatism. This is unfortunate. PM was being a statesman. He has given a beautiful point. He integrated. Some people are afraid of the growing popularity of Modi ji. That's the core point. People are afraid whether they cannot play their divisive mindset again. Modi ji is integrating being a statesman, and they are afraid that they are losing their clout.
Rights is not divisive.
Okay, let Ratan Sharda come in. Okay, I'll let Ratan Sharda come in. Ratan Sharda and then Jagadish can respond. Ratan Sharda and Jagadish can respond. Yeah.
Let me make a few rational points. Does Stalin not get a chance to meet the Prime Minister in private like a Chief Minister meets a PM? I think he does. He's sharing shawls and all with Modi. But he never raises those questions with PM, I think, because otherwise he would not come and complain on it on the stage. Point 2. They had DMK government half the time after independence. They were in the partnership with various alliance parties since 1989 at least. What did they do about Tamil? Did they ask for High Court to be converted to Tamil language court? Did they ask promotion of Tamil? What have they done in last 75 years to promote Tamil language across India? Modi has done his lot. Only BJP is the government which has done a lot for regional languages, treating every regional language as a mother tongue. As far as policies are concerned, let me tell you, DMK was the first one to dump three-language formula created by their own Congress partner. So this entire debate is so fictitious, so fake, that nobody will fall for it. They are raising questions which they are responsible. They were running the governments. It means Stalin is also disobeying his father, Mr. Karunanidhi. Is not respecting his memory, because Karunanidhi never raised the issue of Tamil language for the High Court. Where were they at that time? Did Karunanidhi talk about dropping three-language formula? No, Stalin did it. So the entire debate is hate campaign, which they will not succeed. They are doing it because they feel they have not been able to govern well. So must raise some hateful, some divisive issues which will keep Stalin in the news.
Can I also bring in Jagadish right now? Just to understand the core issues here, the core issues that have been raised. Vikraman essentially pointed out one about why can't, what has the centre really done of ensuring that English is prevalent in the courts, in the Madras High Court. Now, Vikraman, the fact of the matter is that there's just a reality check that you need to also get across. The Madras High Court, there has been multiple pleas. It has been rejected twice by a full bench of the Supreme Court. Let's understand that. Article 348 of the Constitution states that all bills and communications shall only be in English. I want Tom Vadakan also to come in and just put this in perspective. We are talking about an issue which has been addressed. There is no such divisive politics that has been espoused when it comes to the language issue. But till date, we see that some parties feel the need to rake up this issue time and again.
Facts. 31,500 crores is being put out as development agenda for the state of Tamil Nadu. The Prime Minister has said enough, and he has entered the row. He has ended the row. It's a full stop there. Now they want to rake up, they have their own constituency, and they've done no development work. So they have to rake up issues which they think would get them votes.
I have a question. First of all, who started the row?
Basically,
this was recently started.
No, let
who
me
started
speak.
this first of all? Well, recently.
No, nobody started it.
It started the Amit Shah, the Union Home Minister Amit Shah, who started this row recently. He said the
why do you quote him out of context? Why do you quote him? Why do you quote him out of context?
This row started when Amit Shah. I mean, the Tamil people didn't start it. The Tamil leaders didn't start it. It was started by Amit Shah first of all.
The Tamil
recently, it was Amit Shah who started this row, and the actors picked it up. Ajay Devgan picked it up. It was all started by Amit Shah, not anybody else. It was BJP who started this row.
Our Prime Minister
and Modi's
loves Tamil
Nadu. What kind of politics they are doing? What kind of politics they are doing? Amit Shah is starting.
Come on, you can bark your way out. The point here is when you are spending crores for the state and the Prime Minister has spoken.
Why don't you answer this question?
Yes,
why don't you answer this question? Who started it recently? Who started it recently?
Who started
this language row recently?
Is this the context when the Prime Minister is in a non-political speech? Comes on the Stalin can go and talk to him privately.
Who started this language row recently?
The question is not about
who started it recently. It was started by Amit Shah.
The question is this the occasion for it?
Amit Shah wanted to pay petty politics.
Who started it?
Home Minister wanted to pay petty politics, and as a result of it is happening.
What is about NEET? What is about NEET? I'm asking you, what is about NEET? What are you talking about NEET? You want to start capitation fees again? Is that your agenda? You want to deprive poor students from admission? Are you
do you think the capitation fees has come down after NEET? Don't cook up stories, please. Don't cook up stories. We know what is happening in all the medical colleges. Don't keep on cooking up these stories, same stories. After NEET, the capitation. Just tell me one college. Just tell me one college where the capitation fees has come down after NEET. Just tell me, just point out me one private medical college. Just point out me one private medical college where the capitation fees has come down after NEET.
Stop
putting up stories. Stop putting up these false stories.
Mr. Jagadish, you can say that. No, Mr. Jagadish, you can say what you want. You can have this debate, but it's not a NEET debate. It is not a NEET debate. It is not a NEET debate, right? I want to bring in, okay, let America and Paki come in. Paki hasn't spoken. You know, Paki, you're a senior journalist. My question, no, wait.
What is your problem? Why no the state has a problem? Tell me.
Yeah. No, I want to ask Paki. Ratan Sharda, Paki is a senior journalist. Let me ask him. Paki, who's imposing Hindi? Nobody's imposed Hindi. Paki, you're a senior journalist. Was that the stage to make the comment that the Chief Minister did? You can respond. You can make your comment, and Ratan Sharda will respond to you.
Let me make it clear that I don't find any irrelevance in making such demand in front of the Prime Minister by Honorable Chief Minister M.K. Stalin. It is one among the several demands he made it on the dais. Say, requesting or making a demand to make Tamil as one of the official languages is nothing new. It has been there for several years, since 1964. Not only from Tamil Nadu, it is from other states like West Bengal, Maharashtra, Punjab, and other states when 1964.
But sir, you are partner with the government.
Please, let me complete my point, sir. Then you can comment on. If two people sing together, we can enjoy. If two people talk, we cannot enjoy. Kindly observe my points, then you comment on it. What I want to say, in 1964, when the government of India decided to give away, do away with English and stick on to Hindi, there was a strict opposition not only from Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Karnataka, and Andhra Pradesh, and other states like West Bengal, Punjab, Nagaland, Mizoram, and other states. So they continue to hold the English as a national, linked language as well as official language. In addition to I must say that Constitution has provided recognized 22 Indian languages and the 8th schedule, which means they have a chance to make it an official language, like is being done in Singapore, Sri Lanka, and other countries, say Malaysia, Mauritius, and South Africa also. Tamil is recognized. Now, since the Tamil is spoken, it is accepted. Say, similarly, all Indian languages, the 22 recognized Indian languages should be made official. M.K. Stalin not only made this demand, another demand which was also discussed by some of my friends in the panel, saying that court proceedings should also be in the regional language. Since M.K. Stalin is Tamil Nadu Chief Minister, he asked for Tamil. If he is Kerala Chief Minister, he will ask for Malayalam. If he is Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister, he will ask for Telugu. That's all. Nothing more than that. I don't find any reason in making it as a sensational issue. M.K. Stalin has not done any sensational issue on that. He has just put his own state demands to the Prime Minister for consideration. Then, I must also recall one point. In the Prime Minister's wonderful speech, he also recalled that new structure came out in Chennai for Classical Tamil, Institute of Classical Tamil. What is that meaning? He is also interested in Tamil. Since he is interested in Tamil, it is appropriate and it is relevant to put the demand. That is why M.K. Stalin put this. There is nothing here, nothing to make any politicize the issue.
Do you applaud the statesmanly attitude of PM? You being a senior journalist, do you applaud the statesmanly attitude of PM?
Going on and on and on. What was the question? Question was the stage the proper place? It was not. They have regular meetings with the Prime Minister. Why he cannot? Sir, you already spoke.
Ratan Chadha responding to Paki. Ratan Chadha responding to Paki. Okay, Ratan Chadha, let him speak.
Ratan Chadha is responding.
I said, what is the question?
Any public forum, anybody can put in that demand.
Sir, you said I should not interrupt. Why are you interrupting? You are here to give a lecture.
No, but it's not any public forum.
Can I speak now?
Yeah, Ratan Chadha, please go ahead. It's not any public forum, it's a government event.
What is the basic premise? The basic premise is that PM and CM meet regularly. He has every right to put a complete memorandum and raise every demand he wants to. There is no issue at all. That is very clear. This was not the proper place. That is the question. Secondly, you are talking of Tamil language and every other language, as you rightly pointed out. PM is the one who has raised the level of all the regional languages. So you are trying to force it onto him to commit something on that. Then you are talking of Kachut, you are talking of NEET, you are talking of things for which there are many forums. And you are raising it today because you had no other issues to talk about. You wanted to steal the limelight because PM had released so many programs. People have been shouting here about NEET. Tell me, nowhere in India, no other state has a problem with NEET. Why Tamil Nadu has a problem? Is it because there is politics? Is it because there is money? Or is simply raising hackers of people and trying to score some political points? Across the India, there is no question at all.
Can I make one point, Ratan Chadha?
What has this government done for Tamil promotion all through these years? Tell me one single example.
No, Ratan Chadha, I think okay. Let me cut the chase short. Okay, let me cut the chase. Okay, and let's get all our panelists on screen. You know the truth. Before the Prime Minister even landed in Chennai, there was a campaign on social media, okay? And the campaign essentially painted the Prime Minister as someone who is anti-Tamil. And that has been the political card that the DMK has been playing. America Narayanan is smiling. He knows that's the truth. Irrespective of what the government says and does on the ground, you will still paint him anti-Tamil because it suits your political narrative, because it suits the political narrative of your ally and America Narayanan's party, which says India is a union of states and not a nation. You like that. America Narayanan, of course you like that. Of course, that's what you're trying to do. Let's please cut the chase, come to the point. Am I right or wrong, America? Yes, America. Right. And then Tom Varakan is smiling, and let Tom Varakan respond.
Can I come in?
Yes, please.
Okay. Very simply, when the Prime Minister comes here, after all, even though he has made a prime ministerial visit, it's also a political visit. You can't deny it. It's but natural as BJP tries to play a political game. The chief minister of the state also makes a political game. In a democracy, there's nothing wrong about it. I don't think anything inappropriate has been said. All this demand is known to people, and I think it is appropriate. And I think so in India today, we will have 22 official languages, and for the help to help the people to understand what is happening in the court, the local languages will be used in the court. It's a question of not how, it's a question of when, and it's going to happen. Now, Modi ji, who is my Prime Minister also, the name making it happen.
I have a poor audio line with you there. Mr. America, I have a poor connection with you there. I'm losing your audio in between. I'm losing your audio in between. Yeah, I'm losing your audio in between. I'll let Madhuvanti respond to that comment that you made. Okay, I'll let Madhuvanti respond. Yeah, Madhuvanti.
I just have one point to make. My point is, if all this is already known, and he's saying that definitely Tamil is going to be made a language very soon in the High Court, and we all know the love for Tamil that Modi ji has, he himself is saying it, why bring it up on this particular stage? What was the need? This is the premise of this debate, if I'm not wrong. Was this the stage to be presenting all these points? Doesn't the CM have enough time to go and meet the PM? He met him just recently in Delhi. It's not like the PM doesn't give the CM an appointment. I don't understand why everybody is just going off the premise of this entire debate. The premise is not about what he asked. The premise is about where he asked this particular question and why he asked it at this particular stage. The premise of the debate is not about what he asked.
When those demands are not met, it keeps on coming. He has met the PM, twice. He went to Delhi.
I'm absolutely amazed at the way you say this all the time just to play petty politics. I'm really amazed at the fact that you keep saying this all the time.
No, just point out one demand that is being met.
Like the state president of BJP said.
Just point out one demand. Just point out a demand.
I want to know what was the need to ask about Kacha TV, which was not something that the BJP government gifted. Why is it that the DMK has not had
just wondering.
They had that.
Okay.
No, just wondering. Has this been issued once again? Has this issue been raised? Let me get in all panelists now. Let me get in. Okay, Ratan Sharda and Paki. Okay, we'll have 2 versus 2. Okay, Ratan Sharda, Rahul Ishwar. I'll get America Narayanan and Paki. Has this been this Kacha Tivu that he raised today? There is a forum to raise it, right? Has the government raised it? Yeah. Yes, Paki. Yes.
Yeah, this is the appropriate time to raise this issue. There is no question of debating who.
Why?
Hello?
On stage. You're saying on stage.
Let me put my point. Kindly allow me to put my point. Please allow me to put my point.
Tell me what did you do for 30 years? No, I will not
since we are extending support to Sri Lanka.
What did you do when the Kachuti was given? It was ABVG, we took out morchas, we took out protest march when Kachuti was gifted by the Congress government to Sri Lanka. It was the only protesters were the ABV people. You never protested. You didn't do anything. Mr. Karunanidhi was in the central government for 10 years.
Sir, that
what
is
did you do for Tamil language? Did you raise the High Court language?
Why do you dig the past?
What did your government do? That's why I'm asking. What did DMK do in the government for 10 years? Give me one example they did for Tamil Nadu apart from raising hackles.
Let me put the point clearly. Let me be allowed to put my point.
To do more. Is that the rationale why you are raising this? Because Modi ji being
stop
a
canvassing
very
for
strong
for
prime
DMK,
minister, he will be
please.
able to get back. Is that the
This is not
reason?
election time.
Okay, Paki.
Just wanted to make a simple point. Simple point
seconds,
and logic point. We are extending support to the Sri Lanka, which is in the economic crisis drastically. This is the time to demand our stand on Kachativu, which let me please let me complete. This was please listen to me, sir, please.
You are saying in the open forum that we should arm twist Sri Lanka because down and out.
No, very interesting point. No. 1 second. Sorry, very interesting point. Ratan Sharda, super point. No, super point. Wait. Last we checked, a few weeks back, the Tamil Nadu government, everybody in Tamil Nadu, like the rest of the country, asked the centre to intervene and help Sri Lanka. Now you're saying that we should use this opportunity to raise Kachetivu with Sri Lanka at a time like this when there is instability. Are you serious? Did I hear that correct? Did I hear that correctly? Paki, did I hear you correctly?
Yeah.
You are actually saying we should. No, you're actually saying instead of providing help, you're actually saying instead of providing help to Sri Lanka right now, we should provide help and then
instead of providing
give something, take something. You're saying give something, give $1 billion, take that back, take something back.
There is a demand to get back the Kachetivu since Jayalalitha
But is this the time? I'll go back to the first question I asked. Is this the time to either be making a point on stage or taking back something from Sri Lanka? Is this the point? You're a senior journalist. I'm just amazed you made that point.
Yes.
I'll let the BJP spokesperson. Tom is responding and then we'll end the debate. Tom.
This is the appropriate time. Like
appropriate
China
time.
Intervenes.
Ministers haven't been sworn in. There is instability, Paki.
They are weak.
I do not understand.
It is a place.
A completely confused journalist. He's a completely confused journalist who is getting the picture wrong. Let it be clear. What he says, I think he doesn't understand what he's saying. The crisis in Sri Lanka has been addressed, and the government of India has put its foot forward and done all what it could do and will do more. But point here is, if this gentleman is speaking on behalf of DMK, then there has to be a lot of
journalist.
Introspection.
He's a senior journalist.
Thanks for the
if he's colored by, if he's a DMK admirer, which whatever it is, he and the party he supports needs to do a lot of introspection, because what he utters is essentially something which I think the DMK party will not agree. But if that's the position of the DMK, it's a sad day.
I don't understand what you say.
That's all we have the time for this debate. Thank you very much, Tom Varakan, Ratan Sharda, Madhuvanti, Rahul Ishwar, Merikai, Jagdish, Vikraman, Krishnan Pai, Paki. Thank you very much for